Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm your girl, Tracy Speaks, and you are witnessing Are You Entertained, where we are bringing you all things entertainment every Monday on GMT Online TV from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. So make sure you tune in every Monday from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. on GMT Online TV. And today I have who I think is one of the most super promoters in H-Town right now, Mr. George McGinn, and he is going to talk, well, aka George the promoter, and he is going to talk about George Day and everything he's been doing in Houston, and just basically how did he get to where he is and some of his upcoming projects. And we have another guest, Mr. Danny Camacho, who is a longtime friend of George. And let's go ahead and get it started. Hey, guys, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
So, George, if you can just tell us a little bit about your background and how you got started to become George the promoter.
Yeah, I started off like in high school, like just passing out flyers, like just for the fun of it, like for teen parties. And just from there, I just started promoting, and then like a lot of people said on MySpace and stuff to like make a name for myself and stuff, and then I came up with Georgia Promoter.
Now, people, y'all have to understand, when I say this boy is like the king of promotion, I'm on my Instagram and I'm like, wait a minute, another George promoter, wait a minute now, George, how many Instagram pages do you have? And then you are also the creator of Fly Promotions.
Yeah, Fly Promotions. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about Fly Promotions and some of your clientele that you help to bring up in the entertainment industry in Houston.
Yeah, I started Fly Promotions probably like three years ago and stuff. One of my artists is named like the Fly Boys and stuff. So really that's how I came up with the name Fly Promotions.
Okay, but even before that, you had a different artist that you were also promoting, helping out.
Well, several different artists. Like,
okay.
Yeah, like different underground artists that needs any help and stuff. I help them get that exposure. Plus, I'm like real affordable.
You're really affordable. Yeah. Hey, that's key. Everybody, he's really affordable. So, just working with independent underground artists in Houston, where do you think that we're missing that that connection with getting individuals promoted properly, especially in the independent artistry realm?
We just gotta come together in unity and stuff, like how Atlanta has it and stuff like that. Like, yeah.
Well, speaking of Atlanta, I say this about Atlanta. Atlanta has the underground independent artistry scene popping right now.
They do.
And it's like you have a lot of independent artists in Houston. They don't get the radio play that they think they should be getting, that Atlanta is actually helping them to get. And like you're saying, I wish Houston would actually get on board what Atlanta's doing. So it takes individuals such as yourself, myself, Broadcast Houston, shout out to Broadcast Houston, what they're doing. And just speaking of Broadcast Houston, you are a how many time winner of the Promoter of the Year award with them?
2 times, and plus I just recently won Best Project Strategist.
What does a project strategist do?
I don't know, like yeah, like he just gave it to me and stuff, like I guess since I'm a promoter and I help out the artists.
Okay.
Like I that's probably why I'm in that category of Best Project Strategist.
Okay. I can definitely see that with the whole promotion game and everything like that, being a project strategist. So, what would you say is your most difficult individual to work with when you're trying to promote them?
Really nobody's like difficult. Like everyone's like pretty good.
You just make it simple and easy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I've come across some difficult people to work with.
Yeah, there is some.
And I'm like, we're not going to be able to work together because you don't seem like you're going to play nice in the sandbox, and I know I might not play nice.
Yeah.
So I know you have come across someone difficult.
No, not really.
Is it the smile? Y'all, it's the smile that gets everybody. I'm trying to tell you. So he smiles, and they're like, whatever you want me to do, that's what it is. So you have an upcoming date. You have the proclamation. We've been sharing it on our Instagram feed and Facebook feed. Tell us a little bit about your day.
Yeah, it's August 13th, and what I'm trying to do is like bring more awareness, I guess, to like wheelchair sports. So I'm doing a wheelchair basketball tournament with Houston Adaptive Sports and stuff like Houston artists versus like a wheelchair team. The artists got to be in a wheelchair also.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That in my mind, I just pictured the bumper cars that we used to have at Astroworld, because you guys are well equipped with doing that, but you have these members. Are you going to give them time to practice? So Danny, chime in. Are you going to give them these particular individuals who have never been in a wheelchair? Are they going to have the opportunity to practice?
I believe so. I know little Mario. He came out to an event the end of the year. Metal and Muscle, and he was there, and he was able to sit in the chair and actually experience what it is like pushing in a sports chair. And I know he was really amped about this coming up event and tournament. He said he wants to win. So I mean, it's very competitive. Adaptive sports here in Houston, it's probably one of the biggest ones in the nation. Here in Houston, have an adaptive sports program, and with George. Wanting to use his day to give awareness and help grow adaptive sports in Houston. I mean, I thought that was pretty awesome of George wanting to do that for his day.
Okay, with this, is it easy to cheat?
No. I mean, there's rules, and so you have to. If you don't apply by the rules or go by the rules, use your feet. You have straps, so you can't pick your feet up from the foot plate. But if you do, the referee will blow a whistle. So there's rules, and so they'll stop it. And then if you get so many fouls called, they'll take you out the game just like any other.
Has anyone actually gotten injured playing against you guys? Because I've seen wheelchair basketball on TV before, and I've seen people falling over that was actually in the wheelchair, and I've also have seen fights break out between the people in the wheelchairs.
Oh yeah, it's very competitive. It's very competitive. Again, it's just like any other sport, professional sport you have out there. NBA, NFL. This is the NWBA, National Wheelchair Basketball Association, and again, we have it's a league. You have championships. You have you have everything just as any other regular basketball team.
So, what's a technical foul?
A technical foul, you'd be ramming somebody with the chair, or hitting them with using your hand and coming over the back, hitting them, something like that.
Okay. Is there a foul when you're just not dribbling, but you're just kind of putting the ball in your lap? Is that a foul?
Traveling. You have two
that's
pushes.
traveling.
Yeah, you have 2 pushes. For every 2 pushes, you have to dribble the ball at least once. So you could push twice, and then you can dribble the ball, and you can put the ball in your lap and.
So in other words, you guys are actually winning against non-disabled individuals.
Of course, we have the advantage because we play adaptive sports. We play wheelchair basketball, so it's something that we are used to. But someone who hasn't been in the chair before, sat in the chair and actually played, of course, they're going to have a little difficulty of getting used to pushing and shooting and sitting down. That all the stuff that comes with sitting in the chair and playing basketball. But it's a little different. But again, you're sitting down, but at the same time, it just takes that extra little bit more to overcome, and we do it with a smile.
So George, what were some of the obstacles that you found yourself having with the planning of this event?
Everything been good, like with setting it up, like getting the Houston artists together and everything been pretty good.
So the venue that you guys, is this going to be at the Adaptive Sports Arena, or do you guys have an arena?
It's going to be at our gym that we practice at, Westgate, downtown.
So with having it there, do you have vendors that come in, or how does the setup go?
We're looking for some sponsors to be a part of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're the king of promotion, so I'm sure that won't be very hard to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have a flyer coming out here pretty soon.
Yeah.
The next couple
the
of days.
flyers coming soon.
Okay. What made you even get into wanting to do the promotion and being an athlete?
Really, was my mom's like death and
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. So that's why I wanted to like push more into like the wheelchair basketball like back in 2009, and then like as a promoter like pushing harder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you've been
Just to
doing
keep me
this-
focused.
And you've been doing this since high school.
Yes.
So, anything that you want to tell the community out there why they should get involved with this project?
Just to help us bring more awareness to the sports, to the wheelchair sports.
Okay. Well, you heard him.
Yep.
He's out here. He's bringing awareness to wheelchair sports. And like I say, he is one of the kings of promotion that I think. And, that's why they call him George the Promoter. Tell me about some of the, in the music industry, some of the artists that you're currently working with as well.
It's like a lot of artists is a name.
Okay, who has a project that's about to come out right now that we could probably have on the show?
I know Warrior Flows is working on an album.
Who is that? And did I meet him at the award show? Who was the guy that was with you there?
That was Tino. He's an actor.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Warrior Flows. She just barely won best female rapper like with the Broadcast Houston.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you're doing your PR for them, do you ever come up with PR packages, or is it a meeting that said walk me through your day of meeting with a new artist to promote them?
Nah, I just tell them about like how my deal is like with daily social media promotions. Plus, I'll submit their music to FM DJs that I'm plugged into, and then like radio stations. I'll try to get them on in shows.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I do for them.
So one of the things that I have noticed, just working in the entertainment industry with getting individuals airplay, shout out to radio stations like GMT 90.3 that they really highlighted a lot of the artists on the internet radio stream.
Yeah.
Now the broader stream of the radio stations, they really don't give that much love
Yeah, they don't.
to independent artists. How do you feel about that?
I just feel that if an artist is pushing like real hard, got good quality music and radio music, they should give them a chance.
So if you were in any position to make a change for independent artists, what would you do? How would you use your influence, your platform to make a change for independent artists?
Not too sure about that one.
You're not it's not a hard question. I mean, you have this big platform. So, what would you petition to change?
I just know we just need to come
together?
Yeah, come together. Like the music scene, like stop the hate, the beefing, and all that other stuff.
So, do you think at some point that you would like to have an actual concert that kind of showcases independent artists?
Yeah, that'll be something I'll do.
Hey, you guys heard it here. George Promoter's gonna put on a showcase for all the independent artists. So this is your man. Look him up on Instagram. Well, hey, just put a search in because he has like 50 million Instagrams. So his picture will come up on there. So you have to do a search.
Yeah.
I mean, I really think that's good. Everything that you do, especially promoting independent underground artists. If I had to pick an artist that is mainstream right now that I want to work with, that I really would see potential in their projects that they're doing, and I just think they need someone to take them under their wing. I think it'll be 6ix9ine. He really someone to take him under their wing because he does produce some good music.
Yeah.
But he's kind of like all over the place.
Yeah, he beefs with a lot of people.
Thank you. So I'm like, and then you beef with the wrong people.
Yeah.
So you want to beef with anyone that's kind of gonna shut you down.
Yeah.
So 6ix9ine, do not beef with Rap-A-Lot.
that's the wrong thing to do.
You might not be found. You'll be 6 feet instead of 6'9".
Yeah.
So yeah, you don't want to beef with certain people. Just want to give a shout out to Universal Sankova. I am wearing their shirt, Hustle and Motivate, because I definitely hustle and motivate individuals. So, what's your hustle besides promoting and being an athlete? If you weren't doing this, what would your hustle be?
I don't really find myself like doing anything, just like what I'm doing right now.
So, but listen, if you couldn't do this, what would your 9 to 5 be? Can't you sit at home eating bonbons all day?
Nah, just I guess a good job somewhere.
Say stand-up comedy.
Stand-up comedy.
No, that's what Danny said. Danny's dreams out everybody is to be a stand-up comic. Okay. Let me know how that's gonna work out. But with just being an individual that is disabled, there are a lot of opportunities out there for disabled people. Definitely applaud you for everything that you're doing in Houston. And like I said, guys, he's like the sweetest person you ever want to meet. Whenever we see each other out, for some reason, I get so busy at events, I always forget to get photos with him. But, and then last event I didn't come to that Sunday because it was raining, and then it was like, it was too much
crazy.
going on. So I always definitely try to get, get those photo outs with him. So, Danny.
Yes, ma'am.
With helping George with all of his events, how has that made you a better person?
Well, it's just been this event.
Helping him, being his coach.
I've known George for the past 10, 11 years. He played wheelchair basketball for Memorial Tier Hot Wheels, and I coached him at the time.
Memorial
Tier.
Tier. Okay, I'm like terrier, like dogs.
No, TIR, the Institution of Rehabilitation and Research.
Okay.
It's a rehab hospital here at Medical Center.
Oh, okay, Tier. Okay,
Yes,
I'm familiar with Tier.
So I was coaching the team, and he played for the team, and that's how we met. And I would pick him up for practice, so we got to grow a little bond.
Okay.
Pick him up for practice, and George, ever since I've known him, he's been doing, like he said, passing out flyers for team parties. At the time when I was coaching him. So he's been doing this for a long time, and I know he's one of the best at doing it. So all props to George for having his day here in Houston, and being able to have this platform for adaptive sports, and wanting to put adaptive sports on this platform to give more awareness and help grow the adaptive sports here in Houston.
Absolutely.
So there's so much potential.
Absolutely. George, what makes your brand special?
I guess that I'm really like the most affordable promoter in Houston. I guess you could.
Okay, so you keep saying you're affordable. That's almost curing me to ask you.
Take payments.
How much do you charge?
$30 per month.
Huh?
$30 per month for daily social.
So $1 a day, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's affordable.
Yeah.
Bargain.
That's definitely affordable. So, is there any point where you'll go up on your price, or that's just gonna be, you're just gonna keep that?
Well, just for now, like that's the price.
Okay.
Yeah.
Smart though.
Yeah, that's pretty smart.
Plus his daily social media promotion, like through Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at least like 2 to 3 posts a day.
I know.
Yeah.
I've
Right,
trust me, I've seen it. So, and that kind of, you have packages for that?
No, it's just like that one package, the $30, and then it comes with like the same thing. Or if it's just a business that is trying to get out there, I'll promote like what they're trying to get out there.
Okay, because tell me about some of your clients. I know there's a lawyer.
Yeah.
There's a real estate person. So are they more easy to work with than your artists?
Really, everybody is like they're pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm talking about getting that money up in that account, that Cash App account, that PayPal account.
It's pretty good. Like sometimes it's slow at times, but it picks up.
So, how was your business affected after Harvey?
It wasn't really affected. I just really like stopped what I was doing and like started sharing what people was doing to like help out so people could get that help
In the community?
Yeah.
Was your family or anything affected with the flood?
No, ma'am.
Okay. What about you, Danny?
Oh no, man.
Victoria didn't get hit?
Yeah, some wind damage, but nothing flooding, nothing major. Nothing.
That's good. That's
Minor
good.
stuff.
I know with Harvey, that my organization, we had a really big food drive, and we also teamed up with a couple other businesses so that we could get this food. We teamed up with Mobank Media, King Karan, another organization, and they kind of just took everything out to Orange and Beaumont and the other city of Houston. Me personally, I didn't have to leave my house. I had to move my car like blocks away because I didn't know that I lived by the levee. I didn't know till I was getting phone calls and my family was panicking like they're about to release the levee like Katrina and you're gonna get flooded. I'm like, I don't live by a levee. What are you talking about? But who knew that I lived by one? I wasn't that affected. Like I said, I moved my car. I shouldn't have moved my car because I could get had a new car. So, but I was able to work from home. So,
Yeah.
But it was more really that giving back to the city of Houston and embracing everything that everybody was doing that I felt that was like such a good thing. It was just wonderful seeing everyone getting together. So now I have a fun question. I seen you brought your little boy here. What's his name?
George Jr. He calls himself Georgia Promoter Jr.
George the Promoter Jr. So you had this big campaign for his birthday to get him a grill.
Oh yeah, from Seastone and Paul Wall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he like everyone share this, you know, give my son this grill for his birthday. I was sharing like I'm inboxing Paul Wall and they're like, hey, he needs a grill. And what happened with that?
Yeah, Seastone is like still working on it and stuff. Like since I guess he's a child, it's like I guess more difficult to make the grill.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's still working.
But
on
I saw the picture. You did get his mold.
Yeah, he already got the mold at TV Johnny's store.
Okay. What is little George gonna do with a grill?
I don't know.
How old is he?
He's 7.
What is little George gonna do with a grill?
Yeah.
His teeth might fall out. I mean, unless he has all his permanent teeth in his mouth.
Well, he right there. You want to talk to him?
He ran out. He's
Right.
being embarrassed. Come here, little George.
Come this way. Come this way.
Come
Come
here.
this way. Come this way. Oh, you want to come over there by you?
Yeah, I want him to come by me.
Go over there. Watch the wires.
Be
Watch the
careful.
wires.
Mm-hmm. There he is. Scoot him
Come on,
over a little
get in
bit.
the
There you go.
Tell everybody hi. Tell everybody hi over there.
Over here.
What'd you get for your birthday?
You got to speak up so we can hear you.
These shoes right here.
Okay. And what else did you get? Speak up in the mic. What else did you get? What'd you get for your mouth, though? A grill? From Paul Wall?
Not yet.
But you got fitted for it, right?
Yes.
So, when you get your grill, when they finish making it, what are you going to do with it?
I'm not gonna let nobody see it.
Well, what's the point of you getting it for? Nobody can see it. They have to see it. That's the whole point, right?
I'm not gonna let nobody look at it.
Oh my God.
What color did you get?
Girl.
You got gold? Just plain gold, no crushed diamonds in it? You're not gonna be looking like Lil Wayne and Birdman. No. You gonna go do a photo shoot?
Paul Wall's his favorite rapper.
Paul Wall's your favorite rapper? What do you want to tell Paul Wall right now?
Hi.
Okay. And when you get your career, you're gonna find him so you can take a picture with him.
Alrighty.
Tell him, Paul Wall, I want my picture.
Say it.
Come on, little George. Okay, he's being shy. All right, thank you, baby.
Watch the wires.
Watch the wire, sweetheart.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's amazing. That's so amazing. Hey, our kids.
Right.
Well, the things we do for our kids and won't do for our kids. So tell me, who is your inspiration and who do you do this for?
My inspiration is like MC Wicked Cricket.
That's your mentor.
Yeah, my mentor, and then my inspiration is my kids.
Okay.
I guess. Yeah.
So that's Lil George. Who else do we have?
I got Josiah Javier.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my other son.
Okay.
Yeah.
When Wicked Cricket passed, how did you feel? Like,
I was just like real sad to hear that his passing and stuff, because I saw him like days before. Yeah.
It was so crazy. I had saw him out at an event, and then it's like it came across 979 that he passed. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. First thing came to my mind was, did someone do something to him? Because I'm like, he wasn't that type of person.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. I was devastated.
Yeah.
I'm devastated whenever I hear about the loss of someone in the industry, and to hear about him. It's like, man, I used to tell my brother, I said, you remember I used to do those Stadium Bowl little rap battles that used to be up there? I said, that's like, it was so sad. It was so sad.
Yeah.
But when I saw that he was your mentor, that was one of the what went through your mind when he passed away?
Yeah. I was just like real lost and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, cause he hosted my first event ever back in 2009.
Okay.
Yeah.
And tell us about that event in 2009.
Yeah, it was like a car show and block party and stuff, and I reached out to him to see if he could host it, and then he said yes, and then I asked him how much would it be, and then he said he'll do it for free because he likes what I'm doing, and it's not nothing stopping me from being in
Okay, I'm telling you, it is his smile, y'all. Y'all don't get it. He asked Wicked Cricket to host a car show, and he was like, I'll do it just on GP.
Yeah.
I mean, can I get somebody to do something on GP for me? Probably not. Probably not. That common misconception. I'm not rolling in dough, y'all. I do have some money, but I'm not rolling in dough like you guys think I am. But I know he was a great person, one of the great promoters in Houston.
He did a lot for a lot of Houston underground artists.
He really, really did. And I know people that came behind him, like Kiati, my cousin Lil Keith, they really looked up to him, the things that he was doing in the Houston arena. So, R.I.P. Ricky Cricket.
Yeah, R.I.P. Cricket.
So we have another individual here.
Yeah.
Her name is Hannah. I want to bring her in so she can kind of highlight the activities that are going on within the with wheelchair disabled sporting community. So Hannah, can you come and join us?
Okay. Can I go this way?
You can come this way.
Walk behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
I'm a bit.
kind of stay
You all right.
here, and she's gonna roll that chair in.
Oh, she's gonna sit right there.
Mm-hmm.
You can sit in the middle.
Okay.
You can sandwich George. George sandwich.
You got it.
There, so here. This is
There
good.
you go. There you go. And just kind of lean that way a little bit. There you go. Yeah.
Hey Hannah, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you. So Hannah, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're doing in the wheelchair community and how you are helping George with his event this year. for George Day?
George Day. I'm very excited about George Day. George disappeared from wheelchair sports for a while, and so we're excited that he's back and he's playing wheelchair rugby and doing all kinds of sports with us.
Wait a minute, back up.
He didn't mention rugby yet. I was like, he does a lot more than just like promoting. He does.
Okay, I know the basketball, wheelchair rugby. So, I'm not blonde, okay, Danny, I'm not blonde. I did go to private school. I went to St. Anne's private school over there in the River Oaks area until, right before my parents got divorced. Then I had to go to the school in the hood. We played rugby, okay? And those of you who are my listening audience that are not familiar with what rugby is, it is like soccer with a hockey stick, right?
So our rugby is a little bit different.
Okay.
Right? So wheelchair rugby is more like kind of the football of wheelchair world sports, I guess. So it's played on a basketball court.
Okay.
It's kind of like a mix between hockey rules, like there's a penalty box, and there's kind of like a touchdown.
For fighting.
Yes.
Because I heard that the wheelchair basketball gets a little bit competitive.
It
and
does,
there's technical
yeah.
foul. But, so how
Rugby
many people...
started off being called murder ball.
So how many people getting hit with those sticks beside their
So
head?
there's no sticks. There's no sticks for rugby, but the chairs are big metal tank chairs. So they actually hit each other in the chair.
Again,
So
bumper cars from Astroworld.
Right. That's sort of, yeah. And so rugby tournaments are pretty intense because it gets really loud. Because when they hit each other, it's pretty loud. So how are the wheelchairs equipped? Is there like a bumper car thing in front of it? Like yeah, there's something that covers like where their feet would go if they have feet and stuff. So when they hit each other, it's not hitting their stuff. And that's one of the big differences between able-bodied sports and wheelchair sports. And that's why we're doing fundraisers, because our equipment is a lot different than any able-bodied equipment. Like you guys have to go buy shoes. We have to buy a sport chair that can go for like almost $5,000. So
Wow.
that's another thing people don't really know about, is that our equipment is such a different price.
5,000. That's a
yeah.
whole car. That's a Hyundai.
Yeah. By that, and then we have, so rugby, there's 4 players at a time on the court, but that's at least a team of probably 8 or 10. So that's like 8 or 10 wheelchairs. So they have their everyday chair and their sport chair, so it's separate. So with basketball too, we have 3 national wheelchair basketball teams in Houston, and so all of them have their everyday chair and their sport chair.
Okay, so again, the rugby, they are pushing the ball with their wheelchair.
Mm-hmm. So rugby.
How does the ball get? How do you keep control of the ball? Is what I'm trying to ask, because I know I never played rugby, but I've seen it played, and you're pushing it. You got to go after it.
Yeah.
So
we push
no one's
with
in a
the-
motorized wheelchair, right?
No.
It's just all arm strength.
Mhm.
See, I couldn't do that. I mean, I
Well,
commend you guys.
Challenge accepted. You should come over and try. So the chairs are different, and they're
GMT Online TV audience. Don't pay attention to Hannah.
I think it'd be a great.
I am
idea.
not going to exercise ever. I'm just going to
I
get
think you should just
liposuction.
come and try it out.
come try it out.
give
I'll come up there.
Okay.
I'm not going to do it
Well, you can at least you can see it in person.
unless you feed me something.
I will bring you snacks.
Vegetarian pizza is good.
Okay.
Y'all, she done talked me into it. I'm just going to have to take one for the team.
Yeah, so rugby, we
Okay.
play rugby with a volleyball, kind of. It's like
Okay.
a volleyball, so it's not like your normal rugby ball. So it's a little lighter, because rugby's for quadriplegics, or people
Okay.
with impairment in most of their limbs. So like a lot of them, they can't, their spinal cord injuries where they can't like really open their hands,
Yes.
but they can close them, or they can close them or up. So we use a bunch of different things, like we use duct tape and sticky stuff, so, and the ball's light enough so they can just scoop it off the ground and just spit it in their lap. So like we have adaptations like that to make it competitive. But when they do hit each other, the ball does fly everywhere. But we do change it a little bit to make sure that people can pick up the ball from the floor and pass it without having to do the grabbing part.
Gotcha. So it's almost like wheelchair, roller derby, basketball, rugby.
Yeah.
I got it now.
There you
I got
go.
it. I got
so
it.
you just have
Okay.
to pass like the end line, the end of the basketball court.
Mhm.
We have cones there, so they have to pass 2 wheels across the cones, and that's how you score.
Okay. So how important is George Day for you in the community that you're looking to assist with us?
George Day is huge. Actually, we just opened our first nonprofit. So I work for the city of Houston. We have a recreation center just for people with physical disabilities. So our rec center is the only one of its kind.
Okay.
So we're fully accessible. We have an indoor heated pool, and we have weight rooms, fitness classes, wheelchair rugby, wheelchair basketball, amputee sports, wheelchair tennis, like everything you could imagine, we have it there. And we have the equipment that you can borrow until you have the means to get your own, and we'll help you along that journey too if you want to get your personal chair, where there's grant opportunities and fundraising opportunities. And that's another reason we started the nonprofit, is so if George wants to get his own personal rugby chair, he can fundraise, and we'll do donation to our sport club and help out with equipment needs. And also we travel a lot, so we have 4 traveling teams. So for us to fly, that's like 10 guys, 20 chairs, and that's that many plane tickets. And then also we have to pay entry fees for tournaments. We also host a huge event here the first weekend in December every year. It's called Metal and Muscle, and we rent out the George R. Brown, like one of the big halls. And we bring in like 7 or 8 sport courts. Okay. And that event, well, hopefully we can come back and talk about that. So that event, we have like 10 wheelchair rugby teams fly in. We have 10 wheelchair basketball teams fly in, sitting volleyball, military sport clubs and stuff like that.
So earlier you mentioned that there are actually 3 Houston teams. What are they called?
Basketball teams.
Okay.
So right now, Tier Memorial Herman is our big sponsor. So we're a Tier Hot Wheels right now for the NWBA, and then we have the Tier Texans as our wheelchair rugby team.
Okay.
Yes. So right now that we have 4, we have enough athletes to have more. It's just the funding to travel and the equipment needs is just tough. So now with the new nonprofit and that George has his own day, we're like, this is a perfect opportunity to
yes, you really don't hear about the disability sports aside of the Paralympics, because I know I volunteered at U of H for the Paralympics, and I don't know why they have it when it's the hottest time ever. But you really never hear about these other sports activities for individuals with disabilities. And like I said, I never even knew we had a team in Houston.
Yeah. It's
tough,
and that's why we're trying to do all this stuff, is to just reach out to people. Because we'll have people come to our rec center who live down the street, and they've been playing video games at home for 5 years, not knowing that we have this huge wheelchair sports life. They can travel, have families, friends, camaraderie, that whole thing. So outreaching to find all these people with physical disabilities and provide them with whatever sport they need, and then the families come. It's just a huge life-changing thing to provide.
Earlier, before the show started, Danny and I were just kind of sitting in the lobby, and I was telling him that I dated this guy who I do not remember his name. Okay, I don't remember his name. It was like a D or a T or something. But he played wheelchair basketball for the college that we went to, and he also played it on the Olympic scale, and he was shot by his uncle. So we met at a club around the corner here, and it was like, I just saw this cute dude, and that's just, he was in a wheelchair, but he was cute. He had dimples for days. And I walked over and I was talking to him, and my cousin was like, "Are you for real?" And I'm like, "He cute." And she's like, "No. Only boys that we talk to with wheels are the ones that drive cars." And I'm like, "Girl, but he is so cute." She was like, "No." But he and we talked for quite some time or whatever. And he was kind of, I guess jealous or whatever. Or he was jealous spirited because I was always going places, whatever. And at times when I wouldn't go at places with him, that's when the jealousy came. I'm like, dude, we're dating, it's nothing like that or whatever. But it's like, I have a family and we're not from the same area, town or whatever. So I was like, I go out with my people, but I still like you though.
See, that's another thing that helps whenever people with physical disabilities or use wheelchairs come into the sports setting, then they meet a lot of other people, and it makes people a little bit more comfortable. And that's another common misconception about guys in chairs, that they can't bang or have relationships.
This man got like all these kids.
This guy, and all of our people, like a lot of big things when people get injured, they're like, "Oh, my life's over. I can't drive. I can't work. I can't bang. I can't, have kids."
She said bang, like she's British.
I'm just saying,
Shag and bang. saying.
I don't know what the appropriate words are, but you know,
that's
it's
fine.
true. It can happen.
You can shag a guy in a wheelchair, ladies.
You can do it, and you don't need.
Can you?
Like, you don't need a chair. They come with their own. It's you can do all kinds of things. So don't shy away for that.
So
Yeah.
on George Day, you're gonna have the disabled versus the non-disabled, and we were kind of talking about that a little bit earlier. And I was like, I just see all these people are not disabled cheating, and I'm like, y'all gotta tape their legs to the wheelchair so they don't cheat.
Well, the funny thing is, if they try to like put their feet on the floor, they're probably gonna flip over. So we'll just let that happen, and then they'll learn. The
Okay, why would they flip over?
So like if you're going forward, a lot of times able-bodied people will just stick a foot out to like stop themselves or something.
Okay.
And then that'll create a imbalance.
Oh, okay, because
Yeah.
the sports wheelchair,
Yeah, if
which
you're
is
going-
different than a traditional wheelchair,
Mhm.
it'll make them off-cancered. Oh, okay, I got it.
It's really fun. Like we like to put able-bodied people in chairs because a lot of people think it's, you know, they're like, oh, it's cute. You guys are so sweet. Da, 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 you're inspirational. And then we're like, okay, come and play. And they're like, oh, shit, like this is really hard. I'm like, got blisters, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
so
like I
it's
said, I'm
a
gonna come
sport
up
to be
there. I'm gonna
respected.
come up there. Like my mom, when she was in her end stage of life, you know, she was wheelchair bound, and I'm like, God, why we can't afford an electric wheelchair? Because pushing her in that wheelchair, and it was so funny. And it was Mother's Day, and we had this thing at the church, and my mom called herself helping me to get her in the car, and she was rolling out to the parking lot. And yes, this story does get graphic. I apologize in advance. So she was rolling out to the parking lot she called herself again, helping me to get her into the car. And she rolled off the curve and hit her side of her head and bust her eyeball. So when the guys came and lifted her up, her eyeball was sticking out. And I was like, what were you doing? She's like, I was helping you get back. I'm like, I didn't need your help. Look at your eye. It's like all out. And so it's like we had to go get her eye inflated back in and everything. So it was like, you know, I always worked in the medical field, so I, you know, was aware of how to help her with her wheelchair and everything like that. But she called herself helping me. And I was like, no, I didn't need your help. I got this.
Yeah.
But it's like, I was like, if you were in an electric wheelchair, I don't think this would have happened, because I think it would have stopped you, because it would have been too heavy to go over. And I
Or
don't
it
think
would have flipped right on top of her. I mean,
Yeah.
you never know. And that's one of the big issues we have with like the medical industry right now and the rehab hospitals. They tend to over help. They tend to like put you in a power chair when you could easily have your own manual chair. So for us, we put you in the least help possible because we want your muscles to keep growing. Whatever muscles you have, we're going to make sure they're still working. That's why you see a lot of people in the power chairs and they get big old bellies, because it's like you could sit up, but you have been helped so much like this. So we're like, well, we're like, you know, we'll put you in a manual chair. And that's another thing when they come to the gym, especially during rugby, we have quadriplegics who come in, drive themselves, bring their kids and families, and transfer by themselves into their rugby chair and back out. So it's like, it's great to bring families. And TIER is great with that. They'll bring, and Texas Children's will bring people out and they'll see like, oh my God, I have the same level of spinal cord injury and I'm over here like being pushed or in this dumb chair, you know? And so it's that inspiration there that
it motivates
gets them
them
to like,
it
oh,
motivates
let me get my
them.
shit together, you know? Like,
So, that's fine, you can say that.
Sorry.
So, besides George Day, George, what is going to be next for you?
We'll just have to see.
Rugby season.
Yeah, rugby season.
So, Hannah's going to get you back in the gym and get you back active. So, apparently you have been away for too long.
Yeah, for several years. I was gone like for a few years.
And what made you come back?
They both talked me back into it.
What made you stop?
I don't know. I guess just like me getting busy with the promoting. Yeah, so I wanted to get back like active again.
So now you are noticing that you have a whole different community that you can promote for.
Yes, ma'am.
Why do they keep calling me ma'am? I'm like, I'm not really that old. I know it's a respect thing. Danny over there calling me ma'am. George call me ma'am. K-Nice better not call me ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm taking my cookies back.
One of the things with George though, like he didn't know, so people think transportation is kind of an issue too.
Yes.
One of the big things with him is that he didn't have a transportation to get to the gym and back.
Gotcha.
And so we had to get him signed up for MetroLift. So like for anybody with a disability who thinks that our rec center has MetroLift, a stop right there. We have the regular big bus Metro bus, and then we have the MetroLift. So you just have to sign up with MetroLift online, and they'll do a little interview with you, some paperwork to prove that you need this service, and then you can just get the MetroLift to pick you up at home and drop you off at the
So
gym.
what if there's someone that's new and they already have a car? Will your organization help them to pay to get their car wheelchair adaptable?
There are several services that will do that.
Okay, 'cause I know my aunt has that car.
We're kind of a good resource to resource out to like whatever kind of needs that people have. Yeah.
And that's the thing, a lot of times people are not aware of those resources that are available to them, and it's kind of like you don't ask and you don't, so you don't ask, you don't know. But yeah, I always tell people, like, find out what your resources are. And there are so many free resources out there for individuals, not just who have disabilities, but who have terminal illnesses. I don't know why Danny over there laughing. What resource you want to give us?
I'm laughing at the comment.
Oh, okay. So there's just so many, resources that, people can look out there. I mean, there's money resources.
Well, a lot of people say, oh, I don't have transportation, I don't have a sports chair, I don't have this and that. I'm like, we have all that. Like, we're our only rec center. Like, we have the chairs for you to try for all the sports. We have...
But you don't have your own plane yet.
No, we don't have our own plane. Someday, though. Maybe next George the Promoter Day. Maybe we'll.
Hey, that's something.
We'll ask for that.
That's definitely something to look forward to. Is getting that together. Because I'm sure Spirit will donate y'all a plane.
Hey, if we can get a discount on flights, that would be step one to greatness. Because that is tough.
Because they're always looking for people to help them promote. So, because no one tries to fly them anymore.
Well, flying with a team of people in wheelchairs is a little different experience.
And because I'm very sure that half of the plane you guys have to basically buy all the seats, right?
Yes, we do, and then it just gets difficult because it takes a little bit longer, because of all the chairs, and people don't know how to really handle a chair for someone who's really an athlete. So our athletes with chairs, some of them like fold up, they're easy, they drive, they throw them in the cart, but they're used to like the big old hospital things.
I just have a question. I hope it's not disrespectful or inappropriate. If it's a long flight, what if someone has to pee?
That is a good question.
Yeah, pee bags.
Okay. I've seen the capsule bags that's like it has like the little condom, little bag thing, but that's what it's a condom. It's a condom Foley.
Yeah.
So it depends on. So if we're all sitting together,
Okay.
then they just kind of do their thing, and then if not,
So someone's holding the
no.
little.
So like there's like a little.
Are they holding the picture for them?
There's things called cath kits, and so they have a kit, and so the kit comes with like a bag that they've got the pee stick, and then the bag the pee goes in, so they don't really need anything.
Gotcha.
They just do it on their own right there, and we
Okay.
just act like it doesn't happen.
Okay.
And then, or if they don't have that style of catheter kits, then they
have the
just
condom
go-
Foley.
They go to the regular bathroom. Yeah.
On the plane,
Mhm.
who's gonna get the wheelchair down?
They don't. Well, okay. So with athletes, it's a little different. My basketball players will just crawl through the. They'll just crawl over there.
They're gonna cross the restroom.
Yeah, it's really embarrassing when it's like in first class and they see our guys like crawling through, and then I'm like, we take donations. But I mean, you gotta go. They're gonna find a way. I mean, if you gotta go,
You gotta go. You gotta go.
and because the everyday chair won't fit in between.
No, they won't.
The thing, and then they don't carry those weird tiny chairs on there. So we adjust and adapt to all kinds of things. We just hope everybody else on the plane is not like gonna freak out. So.
Gotcha.
It's a good awareness thing for strangers.
It really
They're like,
is.
oh,
It
God,
really
what is
is.
this? Like,
So, Hannah, how can our audience get in contact with you?
they can get in contact with George for sure. We're the Houston Adapted Sports Club, so we have like a Facebook page. I'm Adapted Sports Hannah on Instagram. We have Houston Adapted Sports Club at gmail.com. So you can email all that stuff. Find us on social media. You can send me a direct email. That's fine. I don't even know what.
Danny, what are the comments saying?
About peeing.
Danny, how can our audience get in contact with you?
Facebook, Victoria Bad News Chairs Adaptive Sports. That's my team, my organization. But and on Facebook, Danny Camacho. I don't know if my information is going to be on the flyer or not.
Maybe saying okay.
But yeah, I'm here to support George, the promoter. I'm here 100% to support him and make this thing happen, make this a success.
Y'all, Danny got some dimples. It might go down. Okay. And George, the promoter, how can our audience get in contact with you?
Yeah, just Google my name, George the Promoter, and then it'll pop up. Or
No, how do you spell George?
It's
Because actually he is Latino, so it's Jorge.
yeah, it's George JRGE and then THA Promoter.
Okay, you can Google him.
Yeah.
So, because he has, like I said earlier, he has a lot of Instagram. So,
My
just
backup pages.
he has a backup page for the backup page. So, make sure you all follow him on social media. Like I said, he's doing great things in the Houston entertainment world, and he's also doing great things in the world with individuals with disabilities, especially wheelchair disabilities. And if you are looking to follow me on any social media, you can also Google me. My Instagram is Tracy Speaks, Tracy with 2 E's. And you can also find me on Are You Entertained? And you can always just go to the gmtradio.com website and find me there. And thank you all for coming. Thank you for just giving me the insight of what you guys got going on. And thank you all for viewing my podcast, Are You Entertained? The live podcast here on GMT Online TV. And also just a big shout out to University of Sankova, the Texas Plug. Thank you all for hooking me up. And thank you to my little brother, because without you, I would not be doing this right now. So much love to my little brother, R.O.B.Z.
And they can tune in and listen. GMTradio.com/podcast.
Or you can, yes.
Yeah, that's how you listen.
And also, next time, if you want to call in, the call number is 832.
That's 303
303
4788.
4788. And we're here on Mondays from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. Next Monday, I'm going to have the fantastic author, Miss Stephanie Davis here of Hard Work Trending. So make sure you tune in to Are You Entertained podcast, where we're bringing you all things entertainment. Thank you.
Say bye over here too.
Bye.